What'd you say? It's weird. We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. All right. Sup, Joel? All right, let's go again. Let's go again. Just kidding. Cool. All right. So far it is just Kevin and I, the night crew, coming in. What's up? Ian will be on here in just a moment. He's having some technical difficulties, so
no, he just doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. So, whoa, a lot to get to today. We got a lot of fun stuff. We're going to be talking about kind of like what we're seeing as kind of some of the best places that still have value in them. Because a lot of people think if you go over to my YouTube channel today, I made a comment about, in fact, let me just pull it up because I think it's a pretty good comment I made and somebody did not take too kindly to it. So let's pull it up. Hold on, give me 1 second. Kevin, how's your week going, man?
Man, it's been great. Good so far. Weird weather here though right now. I'm not going to lie. It's been super funky trying to get used to it all.
Yeah.
You know, losing deals by multiple six-figure offers, nothing new. Oh, but this market's cooling down, right?
Yeah, it's cooling down for sure. All right, let's see if I can still know Ian, huh? I wonder what's going on. Who's your guest tonight? Ooh, I can't tell you yet. All right, add screen. Let's find this. Yeah, we won a multiple offer this weekend, which was nice. It was a nice little surprise Monday. But anyway, so I posted this. There's a lot of different moving to Austin groups. In fact, my video that I did on Sunday, we talked about kind of the politics that are arising around, people moving to Austin, right? Some people move to Austin for a lot of different reasons. But I talked about one of the groups involved, right? Because you can go to all these different Facebook groups and get information. But this one, moving to Austin, it's a great group. If you're not in it, jump in it. There's a lot of great stuff that happens in there. But this comment I saw said, just listed, just returned from Austin, lost bids on 4 homes, all going 100K over asking. There were in the 300 to 400 ranges. Is very discouraging. Anyway. So my comment here is this is why you need a good agent who understands the market and why you must listen to them. I think the biggest problem, and so somebody got really salty. They said, oh, it's not all the agent. Well, that's true. It's not always all the agent. But the whole point of that is if you're going to come out to Austin, you have to have a good plan. And that's the problem I find is maybe, you might not be finding this, but I find that people come out here, they don't understand the market fully. They think they do. There's maybe a little bit of arrogance sometimes, like, oh, I get this all the time. Oh, I'm from the Bay Area. I'm used to these hot markets. And then they're way surprised about what happens. Do you see that, Kevin?
What's that? Was seeing what's going on right now, you mean?
Yeah, when people come out here, they think they understand the market. They don't. And then you see posts like this.
Listen, I just assume now the first weekend that we look at houses that you're not going to – I tell everybody the same thing. Anybody that's worked with me, they'll know I say this. I'll tell you what you need to do to get this deal done, but it's your choice to decide if you're going to go there with me. Like I'll walk you out to the edge, but you got to jump. And that's really where you have to be. And when I have this serious conversation about people like – hey, you're going to have to waive your personal financing contingency. So you better not have any unpaid student loans that you haven't disclosed on your application. And then they're like, wait a second, let me make sure I get this straight before I go in. So usually the first weekend, they don't find anything anyway. But, I think it's probably discouraging. I understand where they're coming from because we see it every day. But, you just got to keep them motivated.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I run into a lot, and when I see a lot of people coming out, is they go, "Oh, I'm not pre-approved yet, but I want to come look at houses."
Mm-hmm.
Do you run
Right.
into that? What's your thoughts when somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to come out and I want to look at houses for the weekend"?
So my response to that is actually different than most agents. I know that I don't. I actually will show houses without pre-approval.
Interesting.
Because I believe this is just how I run my business. And I know a lot of people don't do that, but I think it's important to build rapport with people. And I want to build a relationship with them regardless, because one day they may be pre-approved. And if they're not, maybe they'll send somebody else my way, or they'll do it a year from now. So I know a lot of people that don't do that. So you require pre-approval then to get in the car?
Yeah, I mean, I won't show unless they have pre-approval. I mean, in this market,
you're famous though, Jeremy. You can do that. I'm a little lowly man on the totem pole.
well, I wouldn't say I'm famous, but it was just announced. Well, it's not officially announced from our broker at Real, but they emailed me today letting me know that we are the first. Me and Eileen are the first agents to hit elite out of 2,000 agents. So, which is a production award. It's a very hard to achieve, and we
Hercules.
Yeah, I mean, look. Here's the whole thing: is like, if you watch the YouTube channel and you reach out to me and you're not going through the pre-approval process, you've listened to the videos, you've listened, and then you come out and don't listen, it's kind of a red flag for me. A lot of times I won't work with you. I mean, I'll be honest with you up front. And that's the whole thing, is like, the whole point of this channel is to be honest with people. And so I like to try to be as honest with people as possible. And so if people don't understand that how important the pre-approval is, it's more than what, like, if people just want to come out to check out Austin, all right, that's cool. But if you want to look at houses that week and want to step inside of doors and don't have a pre-approval, man, it's such a waste of time for everybody.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I understand that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I've shown a lot of clients houses without pre-approvals, and they become some of my best long-term clients because they, and again, I don't judge anybody that wants to do that. I know a lot of other agents that won't do leases either, but I've done leases for folks. I don't do them as much now because just the sheer volume of investors that I work with that have homes that they need to lease, I couldn't keep up with that volume. But I'm willing to do a lot of things that I think a lot of other agents wouldn't do. And I don't know if it's served me very well. I've probably wasted a lot of time, but you know what? I've wasted a lot of time in my life doing stupid, and I don't, the least I can do for my business is do some things that I think other people would consider a waste of time. But that's just my philosophy towards it.
No, that makes sense.
In fact, I'll be I just had a conversation today. I had a conversation with one of my developer investors, and we had a phone call about this project that we're doing. And his wife, whom I met on their trip to Austin, she actually mentioned to me specifically, she's like, "Hey, Kevin, we just wanted to thank you. You took the time to take us all around." Because for 2 days, they jumped in my truck and I took them around literally every, not neighborhood, but every major area of Austin. We went to Round Rock, we went to Georgetown, we went to Leander, we went to Dripping Springs and Lakeway and everywhere. And they're like, "Listen, no other realtor's ever done that for us." And I think it made a difference for them. It did take 2 days of my time, but like I said, if I had the schedule to do that, then I think it maybe sets me apart from other people. But that's why I do it.
Nice. Ian, you're on. We were stalling for you. Are you here?
Thank you. I'm here.
Oh,
who's this guy on a 480 camera?
I know. I went through like 4 different laptops trying to figure out, well, what next? Didn't want to do my phone. Had to pick up a mini mic. Just all sorts of things. Had to get a ring light for my laptop. Gosh. The things I go through for you.
Aaron said that you guys got in touch and that you're like night and day.
I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Ian is awesome.
Night and day, get it?
I get it. That's
oh God, he made it funny. So this is a good question. So I want to today we're going to talk about, we were kind of stalling a little bit for you to get on here, but we're going to talk about kind of the still opportunities, right? We're going to look at below 500K, new and existing, below 700K, new and existing, under $1 million, then over $1 million, because people get upset when we just talk about $1 million properties. But Big Mama asks, and thank you for asking. Oh, wait, maybe it wasn't her. Somebody asked if it's slowing down. Here we go. It's Jazz. Has anything gotten better or slowed down? And then there was another comment asking about conversion, which was Dinosaur D, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Somebody. Are you finding conversion? Here we go. Dinosaur D. So between those two questions, are you seeing conversion getting a little bit better, and is it slowing down?
Ian, that's your
because you're finally here, Ian.
You're finally here. You get to talk about it.
Conversion rate for
like clients.
Purchasing?
Putting contracts down.
Offers.
Like people putting in offers. Okay, so I've had, last weekend, I put in 11 offers with one set of clients, and one of the houses we lost to 40 other offers. And we finally ended up landing one this morning, super late last night, like 10 at night, and went under contract. So nice. I think it depends on the area. That one was Leander. And so it's still very aggressive. Some areas are seeming to be a little less aggressive. I've seen a couple price drops lately. So that's something to pay attention to.
Where were those? Do you remember where any of those price drops were? Because I've seen a couple too. So
yeah, I saw one in. So there's some in Georgetown, and there's a couple in. There's a couple in Pflugerville. So those are some to pay attention to. What else? Let's stick with those for now.
I've seen
Jinx, pinch poke, kill me coke.
I've seen some stuff in Southwest Austin sit that I was like, holy crap. This is, in fact, I just sent it to a client like today, right before we got on. I was like, hey, look, this is still available. And they're freaking out like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's available. So I'm starting to see a couple things, stay longer, but I don't know that. I mean, like maybe 12 days, but that's an eternity in this market.
It is. And, there's some houses that are out there. If you see something that's lasting more than, let's say, 5 days, put in an offer.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's no reason not to. There are too many people that are out there that can't get a home. And so if you see something based on your price range, look for those houses. That's going to be huge for you.
Especially, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Especially you were.
I was gonna say, especially if it's listed by Ian for $525 and been on the market.
Especially music video and all. What?
Especially.
There's no reason. No, I did a music video.
Pull it up. And what's? Oh wait, do you have the file? Because you can pull up the file, but you can't play it without the sound.
Oh yeah, I can't do all that.
You have
I just didn't bring my other laptop.
Silver, I'm gonna snatch up that house tomorrow, just so you know, because I know exactly
seriously
what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's incredible. And so I was actually talking to one of the other agents that's listed in that same area, and it was the same thing for them. They're sitting on the market, and I'm thinking this is unreal.
I don't know. The ones I saw, because I saw a couple. Yes, Silver. That's the one I'm talking about. Don't tell anybody. I saw a couple in South Austin, South Austin, west of 35, but like they were overpriced. Like that's what you knew was going to happen is that over a fireside chat on a Saturday night, a couple of beers in, they're like, I'm going to list my home, and my neighbor said he got $650 for his, so I'm going to put mine on at $650, and there's that $650 is terrible. And so that's what's happening. And the ones I'm seeing is that they're very obviously pricing them out of the range, or they don't have a good realtor, telling them the strategy to go forward on that one. So that goes down to the ultimate, like people are like, why are you listing it so low? Well, that's what people are expecting right now. They're expecting low, even not low, like reasonably priced. Like I lost an offer last night for how much? 175. We weren't willing to go more than 175 over ask. So if you ask me, come on, like this is not changing.
There's a house in Round Rock, and it hits everyone's price point, right? But you can't see it because there are tenants in there in the process of being evicted. I was so the house is just sitting there, but it is, everybody who's like, I need a house in Round Rock for this price. That's the price. That's the house. It's ready. You have some things to deal with, but it's there. It's been on the market 22 days.
Wow, that's like 150 in dog years.
I know. Well, it's because you can't go see it.
Oh, right.
Right. So you have to absorb any type of.
Oh, you know what? We did look at one in Hutto that was the same way. I don't know if that one's sold yet, but it had tenants in there that were in a market rate that wasn't even remotely close to what the lease is. And their lease isn't up until May next May. And no one is going to buy that house then.
Yeah. That makes sense.
This one right here on Faulkner. I have an investment property right down the street from it. And I saw this and I go, okay, that's going to sell. And then I saw it like last week and I'm like, that's crazy. That's still in the market. And they price reduced this from like $469 to $439. And I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy. So literally on Monday, yesterday.
Is that 5 beds?
4. It's 3. It's 3 beds. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Gibson.
On a tiny screen.
Yeah.
It's like 13 inches.
But this would rent for $2,500 to $2,600 a month. And so I tell Eileen, I'm like, all right, hey, let's go write an offer on this property. Let's get this one. And she's like, okay, great. And I call the agent. Oh yeah, we just got 2 offers. I'm like,
I know.
I'm like,
that's
okay,
the thing. It's going to take a little time for people to acclimate themselves to what is going to be the pretty normal market. And as well as I do that this goes in waves. Right. Yeah. Like we just had a wave, I think, of a lot of listings, none of which were satisfying any of the requirements for my clients, apparently. And I looked even today and I didn't see really that was that compelling.
Do you have any info on how Canyon Creek area, Northwest Austin, is playing out in Westwood High School? I mean, everything over there is still going in over list price. I have a friend with a $3 million home right there. I mean, it's not cheap. Here you go. K-Dog, Big Sky Ranch.
I know. Don't stop talking about it. You're going to ruin it for everybody. Okay, let's just get into it then. Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go.
Under 500.
Let's go.
New community.
Yeah, you going to add it to the stream?
Oh, no, I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just going to tell you.
Okay, go.
Do you want me to pull it up?
I can pull it up when you say
If you get it, it's Big Sky Ranch. New community, Dripping Springs. I said this previously as well. For lease properties, and it's back. That's Heritage Village.
It's right here. Oh, yeah. It's right here.
But the home locations are not right for that. But I love Big Sky Ranch for many reasons. I think Dripping Springs is a great community. It's got great schools. The price point is still potentially in the under 500,000 range. If you're going to buy it for a rental property, lease rates are super strong in Dripping Springs. If you're going to buy it for ownership, there's a massive shortage of inventory in Dripping Springs. And the cheapest homes that you can pretty much buy are these homes out in Dripping Springs. There's not really anything.
Yeah. Are they on bids though? What's their process over there?
Well, I'm just saying
they didn't have a lot left.
Well, they don't have a lot left for brand new, but what I'm saying is like even for resale in a new build community, that because there's a lot of homes there, even Texas Heritage Village, that's a new community, but how many of those homes have turned over? And as well as I do, those types of communities, the entry level, I'm going to call it for the community, they do turn over pretty fast because people's lives tend to change pretty rapidly in the smaller type of homes.
So what you're saying is a good spot to still get a new build, but keep an eye out for something that's still hitting the market resale. Mm-hmm.
Look for somebody that just built a new build and they're looking to flip it, right? Because a lot of people might be flipping their new builds they've had under contract for a few months. So that's mine for new build.
And the tax rate out there is not too bad, right? It's like
it's 2.2.
Yeah, 2.2. Yeah. Nice. All right, Ian.
So if we're gonna go with
under 500,
if we're gonna go with new build under 500, there's a community called Vine Creek in Pflugerville, and that one they're still under that price point. Question is, can you get in before all the houses are gone?
With Starlight Homes,
Creek,
Starlight or Ashton Woods?
Ashton. They're the same thing, right? So Starlight is their Toyota, Ashton is their Lexus.
Oh, I did not know this.
Yeah, I don't know that I've had the always the best experience with Ashton, but not a terrible experience.
At least the elevations are medium.
Should we tear apart their floor plans?
Yes.
You can do that.
All right, here we go. Let's tear apart this one. 2,800 square feet. Did they give a price on this? I didn't give a price on this. On their 50s? Interesting. Let's see. All right. So you got the garage right here, straight into the dining room. Wah, wah. No.
Who wants a dining room anyway?
That's so lame.
Where's laundry?
Why is there wait, you walk right into a living room to the right? Like, how 1995 is this? All right.
I'll bet the dining room's carpeted.
But
if you don't pay the upgrade.
Yeah. Wow. Is this two
Well,
stories?
I mean, the dining room's bigger than the master bedroom. Good Lord.
Yeah. I only see one floor too. Where's the second floor? Am I missing it? Because that's only a one bedrooms. Oh, here we go. Floors. There you go.
Floor.
Chat's probably yelling at me. Go to the right, dummy. Yeah.
It
So
matches my 480p camera.
yeah. 3 bedrooms, the game room. That's not too bad. All right. I can't crap on that one too much. That's not a bad floor plan.
Ian set up his Game Boy Advance.
I did. It's my Pocket. My game. You remember those Game Boy Pocket?
Yeah.
Because the Advance was color, the Pocket wasn't.
All right. So that's all right. So we got 2 there. What was the tax rate? Do you know there?
It was lower than 2.5.
Okay.
I don't remember though.
Interesting. All right.
Jeremy's turn.
Yeah, everything I talk about will be lower than that tax rate. That's the thing that stands out for me.
So all
things.
right. So here's the tough part. Let me go back. I can't even see this. All right. Here's the toughest part of this under 500 is because it's so hard to find under 500 in or around the Austin area. I'm going to go somewhere that I think is a great value still. It's southeast, and it's going to be Vistas of Austin. So we have this. It's southeast off of Slaughter, and it is Milestone Builders. I think this is such a great community because it says 260s, but that's a lie. It's going to be starting from 432. So what's great about this is you are like, especially if you want to be, maybe going to work at like, I don't know, Tesla right here. You're really not too far away jumping on 130. So I still think this is a great spot. Plus the tax rate's super low. It's like 2.16 or 2.2.
Are you sharing or trying to share?
Oh, am I not even doing it? Jeez.
Yeah.
God, guys. Thanks. Good catch.
Fail.
What is he looking at, everybody? Jeremy, I am not drinking. Everybody that's concerned that I drink too much, I am not drinking. I stopped drinking just so you guys wouldn't freak out that I was getting drunk on live streams. Jeez.
Also, so you wouldn't vomit during Orange Theory too, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's a lot
Did
harder.
you?
Yeah. So I did. I threw up at Orange Theory a little bit, not a lot.
Nice. But
it's kind of hard to drink on Tuesday night live stream and then be productive Wednesday. So that's another reason why I was like, no way, can't do this. But anyway, so starting at 432, you're right on the east side. So you're not too far from like, Bergstrom. To get downtown's not too bad. And everybody loves this community back over here called Easton Park. I would buy in this neighborhood 100 times over instead of buying Easton Park. Easton Park's my least favorite community. One of my least favorite communities. What's my other one? I forgot what it was. And everybody gets mad at me for saying that Easton Park's one of my least favorite communities. And I have to explain to people every single time. The taxes are extremely high. There's nothing over there yet. And on top of that, Tom told me I'm not sharing my screen. Thanks. And then on top of that, like there's really no infrastructure over there. I know there's an HEB coming up over there, but it's going to be a while. And so I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it unless the tax rate was like maybe 2.7. I'd be like, all right, it's a little more doable, but that's just me. All right. So no more Buffalo Trace. Ian, you're killing me.
Ian.
No more Buffalo Trace for the live stream. I apologize. Too many people were concerned I was going to go driving out of my studio at home right after. All right. So let's. Wayfair is a new master plan. Mayfair, sorry, is that right? And New Braunfels. Oh, girl. south of Austin, but great to get to on a new build under 500. Let's pull that up. Good call, Big Mama. Welcome back. Let's pull that up. I might have to buy another one over there if they'll sell to investors. Here's the craziest part. So remember the other day I was talking about the property we bought or under contract in New Braunfels, and I was like, oh, it's gone up 40,000 in value. My friend Rad reached out to me and was like, hey, Jeremy, just so you're aware, the minimum price for your floor plan now, or we got it like under 3, is at 370. It's $30,000 lot premium, and you have to put a minimum of 35,000 in upgrade. So now you're at 435, and Guillen's putting in an escalation clause on that property.
Wow. Y'all can have New Brunsville. You know how many people I know have mispronounced New Braunfels? Can
you explain to everybody so they understand what an escalation clause means? Because that's really important for people to grasp.
Yeah, and that's something I've seen a lot of people complain about too. So an escalation clause is basically like you go under contract at this X price, but the builder has the right to raise that price at any time, and they're going to give you a reason why. And I'm getting really sick and tired of hearing it's all about lumber costs and lumber shortages, because they're just taking advantage of the situation. I know they're trying to make that their excuse, but I know it's hard to get lumber, yes, but the fact that they're raising prices so exponentially doesn't really match with the price that lumber's at. So on an escalation clause, let's say you're in a contract, like the example I gave you, 435, but now they want to raise prices to 450. So now you have to change and you go to 450. Let's say right before you close, they change the prices to 470. You're at 470. So you're really not locked in on price on that property. And I've seen a lot of people fall out of contract because of that. And they were also complaining about that. Lex, let's go look at New Braunfels, man. I got some spots for you.
New Brownsville.
Okay. New Braunfels.
I know. I've had everybody I've ever heard calls it New Browns or New Brownsville. No. Yeah. New Braunfels. No, I can't. That's not what it is.
Yes, Matt, you're correct. Escalation clauses do not sound fair, and they are not. All right, Lex, you're coming out in June. Hey, I got to email you again because I got to figure out when you're coming out because I'm going to be gone in part of June. So I'm writing a note. Email Lex.
But what are you doing in June? Where are you going?
Just going to a little place called Jamaica.
You're making me crazy, man.
Yeah. You know, you get that little shot so you can travel. So that's why I did that.
You don't need the shot to travel, you know. I guess you have to if you don't want to be quarantined.
One day the CDC says this, the next day somebody says this, and I don't know. I just get a shot and just get over with. Ian, let's go with you. 700 and under. What do we got? Oh, wait, did we say
no? 500 and under existing.
Existing. Let's go.
For areas.
Okay, so 500 and under existing. There's a neighborhood called Vista Oaks.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna pull it up on your?
I pulled mine up, Jeremy. I pulled mine up this time.
All right, thank you. All right, Vista. What is it called?
Vista Oaks.
And it's a. All right, go ahead, talk about it, and I'll pull it up.
So the HOA is about $105 a quarter.
In Round Rock.
Cedar Park. There is. You can get houses for around the 500,000 mark, and this is closed price. Tax rate 2.4. So outside of Austin, that's a pretty solid tax rate.
Is this right here, off Sam Bass?
Yep.
Next to Mayfield. All right, so here we go.
Mayfield is another one.
Talk about stuff that's sitting on the market that shouldn't be sitting on the market. Let's see. Multiple offers. Please send all offers to this. Let's see. 1 day. Oh no. Probably gonna.
Yeah, that's new. That's new.
Yeah.
I didn't say they'd be sitting. I said that it's a good value.
Gotcha. Okay. So 525 for a 4-bedroom right now. So want over 500.
Well, Ian, you are fired.
No, it's right there. That was the range.
Get out of here. I never want to see you again.
Go ahead, continue. So what else would you like to say about it, Ian?
Well, just think about access, where that's at. So I can't see your screen at all. I'm going to have to pull it up on my own side, my own laptop.
It's got Whitestone and back to Costco and all that down here, right? It's Costco Whitestone, right?
And the things that aren't there are being built right now.
Yeah, you got Costco, the whole complex right here. You got New Hope, and then you got shopping all through here. Yeah, it's a good spot. I like that.
It's a really solid spot.
It's just the street. What's the distance to downtown? Like 40 minutes in traffic? Less.
Well, where okay, so that's a good question. What are you considering downtown? Are you talking about Dirty Sixth?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go out and have a few brews,
You would go to the Domain.
that's probably right. I just have the Domain since either.
I don't know. I like, as much as I like the Domain, I still like to go downtown too.
Sure. But
you're
you'll
right.
be
You're
visiting
more
all these
optimistic.
places. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Vistas, what was it again? Oaks. All right. I'm sold on that one.
Jeremy, are you on dial-up?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on internet.
I've got 480p. Jeremy's got dial-up.
I'm rolling.
Kevin, you got Aviator.
I'm rolling 2 gigabit on 8K.
Yeah, I was. My sound drivers weren't working.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get flamed for having bloodshot eyes ever again. You're never gonna see these eyes, fam.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear colored contacts next time.
There you go. Dinosaur D says Kevin has a mullet. That's good enough.
My mullet is almost getting to the point where it's eclipsing my cans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start fluffing it out.
Do we want to talk about the next one while Jeremy's?
I'm ready. Yeah. Oh yeah, we lost him, huh? Can I?
Yeah. So
he's
we're jumping.
He's got to approve my screen share.
That's okay. You can just talk about it, and we can come back and share
tab,
it after.
Matrix. I hope that's right.
There he is. He just has
look.
to kick himself out.
You kicked yourself out, and somebody screenshot that. It's the new meme.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Okay, you hear me now?
Yeesh.
He does look like George Michael. That's a good one.
I look like George Michael?
No.
Oh.
Big Mama said Kevin looks like George Michael. At least you can see Kevin. Look at me.
All right.
Look at this.
Ian's fading into the distance. Windsor Hills
Silly
is
little
mine.
light.
Small little community called Windsor Hills. And if you've never been there before, it's in Jeremy's favorite area, Dessau.
Mm-hmm.
I love this area. A friend of mine lives over here.
Can you zoom out just a tad so we can see?
Yeah. It's right here.
You need 2 more yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you said. It wasn't my favorite. Okay.
Yeah. So this is like, it's kind of like in between, not quite to Tech Ridge area, but here's the deal. What I like about these: undervalued, massive lots, easy single story, 1960s, 70s ranch style plans. And I'm telling you, the lots over here are like 3rd acre, right? So
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for what's gone on over here, there's been the sales price has not been over 500 at all recently. So they're in this 3, 4, 5. And look, these lots, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3, 0.3. They're not massive, but still 1,600, 2,400, 1,800 square feet. This is something you can get into under 500, spend 100, 150 on an amazing renovation and be in an incredible, ranch style house on a big lot. That's going to be appreciating very well, I think, over time.
So go back to the map.
Map view.
So, because it's zoom back in,
Yeesh.
and just east of that, zoom in a little more.
Yeesh.
Just east of that is Pioneer Hill. I've lost so many offers in Pioneer Hill, and those are they're DR Horton. You're on like a 1/10 of an acre lot. You're talking 1,300 to 1,400 square feet for in the mid 4s.
And just
right.
so
when you compare them, that's important to compare what you're getting.
Correct.
We've been winning those, Ian.
This whole area right here.
Yeah, but you've been.
We're going over list price, but
exactly they're bids for.
We got 2 in there right now.
This whole area here, brand new multifamily construction. Here is Sam the Sung. This is the East Village.
Yes.
This whole thing is the East Village department. Or did I say department? What the hell?
You did.
What did I even mean? Development?
Who's been drinking now?
This area back here, this is where the new KB East Village subdivision is going in. They have already pre-sold all of phase 1. And phase 2 isn't even going to be started until next summer. So yeah, I'm bullish on this area, bruh.
I like it. All right. I do like Pioneer Hill though. Do you know right over there, my buddy owns some acreage over there, and they are actually that's where they're filming. They're going to be filming more of The Walking Dead over there. Whatever show they're shooting right now.
Yeah.
Did I tell you? I know I tell you this every time. Did I tell you my wedding venue? They filmed The Walking Dead there too.
Very cool.
While you were there, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I wish. No, that's not not while we were there.
So Daniel, love the screen grab there. So Daniel might be the one that did like the whole my brother, mother, father, grandpa. Yeah, but it was. What would be the best bet for buying a house as a first-time home buyer? I make around $80K and have minimal living. I mean, it all depends on how close to downtown you want to be, where you want to live, like what you do personally, like, you know, how close you want to be to things. I mean, that's such a hard question to answer.
What's your debt to income ratio? Don't tell me. But
that's the key. That's the key.
Yeah. I'll give you, South Austin. There you go. I just answered the question.
Wait,
here's a question. What? Here's a question. I'm in town only tonight. Kevin, they want you to go meet with them. Where do I go for dinner and exploring? I'm near the airport ATM.
I'll pick you up, Dan. Where you want to
go? There's a place called the Long Play Lounge. It's a new hidden gem, Austin feel restaurant.
I would go to the Bishop Cidercade on Riverside.
Oh, that's fun.
$10. All you can play games, and if you can beat the high score, please let me know. 104.
I'd go to Dirty Bill's off 6th Street. Might as well while you're here. All right. Samsung headquarters right next to East Village. What's up, brother? Good to have you back. Daniel Bishop. Man, that is the sexiest picture I've ever seen. So
wait, we gotta do this. What's Jeremy thinking?
Man, screen grabs. Love it. All right. So let's go my pick. Oh, we got lots of good comments. Thanks. So my pick, I'm going to go with a little place in South Austin called Maple Run.
Oh yeah. Dang it, Jeremy.
I know. See?
I'm going to call your bluff though. That might fit into the next category.
It's
Maple Run's going above 500.
Here you go. For 1,200 square feet, though, here. Okay, so here's why I like this area. 445. This whole spot, 1,500 square feet. Look, this is why I like it. So you have Costco, Arbor Trails. You have Sunset Valley right here, and if you get off Davis, it's only like 15 minutes or less to downtown.
Listen, I'm a Southeast, so you don't have to convince me.
Yeah, so I'm in on this area. Another one that's like my hidden gem over here is crossing Onion Creek. Mm-hmm. Holy crap! How'd they get to 500,000? Jesus.
They have that new Onion Creek development over there too.
I swear I sold this house. I'm pretty sure I sold that house. Hold on. 435. No, I didn't sell. I sold several on that street though.
Like Dinosaur D said, I wasn't failing. I was doing my job. Max budget.
I did my job. How many of my closed prices were over 500, Dinosaur D? That's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly. This whole Southwest, like this whole South region. I mean, this one right here off Falconer, I wish I would have jumped on that sooner. But tax rate down here is 1.8. The only problem with this specific neighborhood is it's $180 a month HOA, but it covers all your exterior water and mowing and everything outside, which doesn't really equate to $180. But all of this Southwest area, or not really Southwest, but South area, there's good stuff, except for when you get over to Shady Hollow. So, all right. So there we go. That was under 500. Man, we got a ways to go. Too bad there's no Buffalo Trace flowing. 700K.
Go get some, Jeremy. I'll give you a grace tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All I know is I want somebody to look at me the way that Jeremy looks at Buffalo Trace.
Oh man,
that's the face funny. You're making. That's the come hither Buffalo Trace face.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had that.
Go get it, man.
What is better as an investment? Appreciation, Dripping Springs, and New Brunsville's. That's a good one. I'm going to say the immediate is Dripping Springs. I think the long term is. I'm still going to go with Dripping Springs.
Vice versa, I think maybe.
Yeah. I think New Braunfels is coming up big time. But it is a little bit further.
Personally, I think it'll go through like a massive jump, right? Like New Brunsville. I just called it New Brunsville. Somebody punched me in the face. New Braunfels, I think, will go through a massive jump and then level off. That's just my personal opinion. And I don't think that Dripping Springs is going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Jeremy, that area is already 500K. Yeah, you're right. Everything's over 500K. That's the hardest part, finding under 500K. All right. 700 and under. What's your new build to go to place, K-Dog?
Anything 2-bedroom in a newer condo downtown at the moment.
Really? Why downtown?
I love what's happening downtown right now. And I think I've always said, I believe some of the best investments are within the epicenter of the city. Mm-hmm. And when I saw the lease rates at 70 Rainey are $4 a square foot. $4 today.
That's crazy.
So if I had, and they're obviously sold out, but if I had 700 right now, I'd buy a 2-bedroom at 44 East or 6th and Guadalupe, or if there were any 70 Rainey.
Interesting. I don't disagree with you. My new would be actually just south of you there in 78704. If you can find new 2-bedroom, my favorite's 78704, hands down all the time. If you can find something in this box, so where Kevin was talking about 70 Rainey's right here on Lady Bird Lake.
Oh, actually, you know what? Somebody mentioned that earlier, and that's a good thing I said that, because they mentioned Nativo, right? Because Nativo allows it for ownership and Airbnb. Mm-hmm. If I had 700, I think I would invest in something like that right now. Really? They allow Airbnb? The whole thing, the whole hotel concept was, or the condo concept was built around that anyone in the whole place can live there, or you can Airbnb your unit and they manage all of it. Nativo. Interesting. Yeah. That's not bad. I mean, that's like when you go to the beach, you want to rent like a place in Destin. Yeah. This whole area, damn, I just can't get over 78704. If you drive through there, walk through there, so nice. It's so great. There's no bad areas there. Yeah. Another spot, 700, if you can get in there, is right here at, let's see if they have anything. The Grove. Yo, nailed it. Yeah, 1-bedroom at the Grove. Nice. There you go. 1-bedroom at the Grove, 1,100 square feet. There you go. I nailed it. I found it. I just want people to know. I want people to know that there's more to Austin than just suburbs. You know, there's more to Austin than Carmel, or God forbid Treviso. It's you got to think about your target, right? So think about how many people need a 1-bedroom versus how many people need a 3-bedroom 2-bath or a 4-bedroom 2-bath. That's really why I keep bringing that up, right? Yeah. So when you say Carmel, that's exactly who's looking for that. No, I understand. There's more people looking for that. I get it. Yeah, I understand. You know, there's not that many people looking for that in New Brunsville's. That's true. We're doing it on purpose. Whoever said that. No, Braunfels. New Brunsville. New Brunsville. Sold 4 houses I built in 78704. Super overpriced. Super overpriced or super priced right now? Everything's worth what people are willing to pay. Yeah, exactly. Right. I hate the term overpriced. I don't think 04 is overpriced. I mean, literally, I met with that client who almost said what he does, who purchased in 78704 with us and got that $1.4 million place that he's now renting for a ton of money, especially on Airbnb. So I just, even post pandemic, I mean, I know we're not fully out of the pandemic. Please don't start hate mailing me, but that things are opening up in our area and everything's being rented. So for all those like
Airbnb, or is that for a full year? We're really worried about stuff. I mean, a lot of long-term rents happened during that time. You know, people didn't do short-term rents; they just rented long-term. So, all right, Kevin, you gave yours. I kind of gave mine. Ian, new build under 700. Where do you go?
So did I leave?
No,
No,
we're
you're here.
Okay. There's a neighborhood called Homestead in Leander. So I want to pull that up.
Ooh.
It's hidden. So one of the builders over there is Guillen, for example.
Guillaume Bar.
I was going to say Orchard Ridge because that's the price points of Orchard Ridge, but I think the taxes are too high. It's a really pretty area though, as far as new builds go. And getting into Santa Rita and Rancho Siena and all those have spiked between 700 and 800. And so Orchard Ridge is still left over. Bryson 700. So Bryson's another solid in that area. But again, you're looking at the tax rates. The thing is, all of these new developments, the tax rates are spiking a little higher than I want to recommend. But they're beautiful.
What do you mean by spiking more than you want to recommend?
So
and why do you not recommend a high tax rate, Ian?
Okay, so let me take a step back. If you're a buyer and you need to find a house, you have to understand that the utilities and the things that they're bringing into the community, the amenities and all that, are going to be absorbed by increasing the tax rate of that area. However, if you're thinking investment, if you're thinking equity absorption, like Kevin had said, and you're really concerned about squeezing every bit out of that payment, the tax rate could be multiple hundreds, if not even $1,000 difference, depending on where you're at in the price point of the home. So that's where I get really careful. So if you are okay with electric and you want a low tax rate in the suburbs, then you can make that happen. If you feel like you need gas and you want pools and you want to have all of those amenities, you're probably going to increase your tax rate a little bit to make that happen.
Okay.
Right. So Orchard Ridge, for example, I think it was 2.87 tax rate.
It's not over 2.3. I mean, sorry, it's not over 3%. Sorry.
Right. It's not, you're right. It's not over 3%. So it's still a value for a lot of people. But when I compare to my resale area, which I'll go over later, we'll talk about that.
All right. Well, Crystal was nice enough to talk to us about Gray Point community, so I thought I'd throw it up there. Thank you. This is give me map and directions. So this is, she's saying, is in Del Valley with Sunchase. Oh, it's Sunchase. It's not a bad place. I think Sunchase though is still like 3.1% tax rate though. That would be my only. That's my only that's the only downside to Del Valley, in my opinion. Is
a lot of places have that high tax.
Same thing with Kyle. I mean, I know we had the mayor on, and I don't want to like talk trash about Kyle. I don't, or the mayor. I was very gracious for having him on, but that's the biggest problem with Kyle. I mean, I love Kyle to death. I think there's so many great spots there, but sometimes those tax rates getting around 3% get a little worrisome for me. So, all right, there you go. Great. I don't see pricing on here though for this community. So you're going to have to request information, but I believe they're going to be in the 300s. Yeah, no pricing. So that's the tough part. A lot of these communities, you go on their websites and I'll have to call the agents and they won't even know what pricing is. A majority of them don't know. So, all right, go ahead. I cut you off.
I was going to answer the Del Valley question.
All right, go ahead.
That Master Jedi asked. So he said, where's the best value in Del Valley right now? Value is relative. It depends on what you're going to do with the property. However, I've had a handful of builds going on in both Forest Bluff and Tiermo. So they're D.R. Horton builds.
Yeah, but those are Del Valley schools. They're not necessarily Del Valley because they're north of 71.
They are.
They're still Austin.
They are. It's on the border. It's on the border. But it feels like Del Valle. I'll say it that way.
Where was that guy? Bishop something? You need to get this as a gift. There you go. He's like called you out,
but
son.
the reason why I bring that up is because the tax rates are extremely low.
That's true.
Right.
I'll give you that.
And the HOA is like $11 a month or something.
Yeah.
Now there are no amenities. There's nothing.
There's also nothing out there except for Tesla.
You're right. Tesla's out there, but think of the price point too. So you're looking at less than 400,000. So sometimes you can even get less than 300 if you're super lucky and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
So for a 3 or 4 bedroom house in a place that's going to explode on your way to Bastrop as where is it? Master Jedi would say that could be a great option.
West Cypress Hill and Spicewood. You got an opinion on that one, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great area. That neighborhood's incredible. It's not cheap.
It's definitely not cheap.
Not cheap at all. I love it. I mean,
tax rate's high, isn't it? It's like
I'm medium on it though. Like I'm just gonna be honest. Like I've shown some houses up there, and it hasn't been the top of choices for folks that had other options. To be honest with you,
I would say if you're wanting to go out that direction, I would not going to say anybody on this stream is buying a home out there, but I would go with I lost the name of it. What's it called? Jeez, how did I forget the name of it? Joel, help me out. God, the hell is the name of it? It's gonna drive me nuts.
The Preserve.
Yeah, right next to the Preserve, or on the other side of Rough Hollow. It's still a BK or Lake Travis schools. It's gonna drive me nuts.
On the side of 71, Sweetwater.
Yeah, not Sweetwater. The other one, Province. There you go.
Province. Yeah.
Province. Yeah, Province. I think is one of those that's. I mean, tax rate's 2.7. You get a nice. You could have got a home under 700. Now it's creeping up over that. But there's a lot of good builders out there. David Weekley's out there. I'm a fan. Was that Novak Homes? Is that what it's called? They're out there. A lot of good builders. I'd rather be in Province than in Spicewood. Personally.
My philosophy towards a lot of things is I'm a value person. So I'd actually rather pay like mid to more and get something that's really good for your value. And then there's this range that's like more than that, but bordering on expensive that I think I completely skip over until I get to something that's absurdly expensive and it's like not valuable at all, but it's the most expensive you can get. That's the stuff I would look at. The West Cypress Hills stuff is starting to get into that category where I don't know if the value is there as much because the homes are bigger, the lots are smaller, and the prices are still very, very high. I believe for that price, you can get a better value in other places if you're willing to make some compromises. Plus the location's not that great.
Yeah, it's hard to get in and out of there.
Cool. Someone asked about Wolf Ranch.
I like Wolf Ranch.
Talk about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, talk about that. So I think my answer about Wolf Ranch is it's a really good community. The thing that kills it for me is the location, and then of course tax rate 2.87, something like that. But then also the location. So it's right along. If you want to go anywhere, you're taking 35 or 29. So you hear a lot of people saying, oh, 35, I don't want to have to deal with it. And I'm not saying that's bad, but it's definitely something to consider. And it's right in the middle of everything that you want to do. What I mean is everything that's being built is being built further west or further east. You have Wolf Ranch Town Center, but you're not like hanging out there, maybe at Cotton Patch Cafe or something. But there just isn't a whole lot. Now, the lake is really close to there. If you like golfing, there's a lot of golfing nearby. There's historic things nearby. San Gabriel is nearby, but it doesn't have that vibe yet of a how would I say it? A more vibrant downtown life.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Georgetown a lot because I
it's
like
just
that
different.
I like that it has an actual city center. You know,
Yeah,
that's
it
why
does,
people like
yes.
The historic downtown. I agree.
Well,
I love that.
And it goes back to value and like what you value. So if you value that sort of history, and they have a few restaurants and things and little shops and antique stores, if you like that, then that is a high value.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
So there you go.
Oh, here. A boy and his dog.
The best community near Gigafactory is probably Whisper Valley. Do you guys talk about that?
I know. Oh, I've been talking about. I
You
talked
gotta-
about
you
Whisper
gotta-
Valley
you gotta be
to
quiet.
so many people so long,
What?
and nobody was jumping on it. And now,
I've
2
been talking
years
about-
later, 2 years later, those houses were going. I could have gotten them for like
I know.
$275,
I remember that. Low
$275,
threes
and
for
now
something
they're
really good.
$550 starting.
I know. I
For
mean,
1,100 square feet and no garage.
In my
I love that
conversation,
community.
In my conversation with oh shit, can't talk about that. Never mind. My bad. I talked to him about Whisper Valley. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Again, it goes back to your value. How much do you have to drive? Do you like community gardens? Do you want to have, the amenities, the neighborhood pool, and all that beautiful stuff? It's like it's not near anything else yet, but it's a cool spot if you're willing to wait
like
a little bit for them to finish building out.
yeah, just
Really
wait.
Cool spot.
We're not even talking about the coolest things that have not even happened yet, right? There's so much that's in the pipeline that is going to change over the next 12 months, I believe. Ton of new stuff in Dripping Springs coming up. Ton of stuff over here.
That's the answer, Trayvon, is Whisper Valley.
Yep.
Well, see, here's the
Guillermo,
thing. This is where we lose it.
Parker Station.
Define nice, and what's your budget?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's different for everybody.
Somebody said something about Bradshaw Crossing. I mean, that's not too far. I'm not a fan of Lennar right now.
That one's south, right?
Yeah, but it's close. I mean, it's not far.
Yeah.
It's not like being in Georgetown going to.
No. Is that by McKinney Falls?
Yeah.
Bradshaw? Yep.
I'm just saying, just you wait and see what new subdivisions are going to pop up over on that side of town. Just you wait. Don't wait, because then you'll buy something now and then sell it later and then buy another one later.
There it is. So $600K. That's a Whisper Valley price point.
Whisper Valley, Pflugerville, the east side of Pflugerville.
Oh yeah, east.
Carmel.
Yes.
Your
Right along 130.
Your favorite place, Carmel, in Pflugerville. Isn't that your favorite? You know who would tell you a good place to buy over there is in Vizcaya. Vizcaya. What is it?
That's Round Rock.
Yeah, I know. But Master Jedi would tell you, hey, my house is up for sale. They're on the market 2 weeks. Why is it not selling? Did I overprice it? Yeah, right, Master Jedi. There you go. Did you hear that Valentina's is moving to Buda?
Moving or creating another?
Moving. They're moving.
Did you hear that?
Yes, they just posted on their Instagram. They're moving to Buda. They're not going to be in South Austin anymore at all.
Did they say why?
They're dead to me. They're making a permanent spot.
Yeah. Lena brought up a good point. Geothermal. Net zero community.
I'm gonna try to be anyway. Yeah.
That's the big draw.
Everybody's on here acting like I haven't made videos talking about them. I have, so chill out. Gonna love inflation, baby. All right. So where are we at? We're on 700 still. What do we got? Where were we at? New or existing?
We had gone through new, but I think we now have to go through resale. So it's J-Dog's turn.
My turn. Ooh, man. The tough part about this is I want to say Circle C, but I don't think you can get in Circle C anymore. But then I want to say, okay, Belterra, but it's getting hard to buy in Belterra under 700, right, Kay?
Yeah. Can you even right now? Resale.
Yeah, resale.
Maybe.
So I would say the place I would go would probably be Shady Hollow is going to be my under 7 now.
Oh man,
it's like a question. I feel like question mark under 7.
I know. I'm mixed. Like, I don't know, man. Shady Hollow is just so hard to get in and out of. No offense if anybody lives there. I lived in that area for a while and I didn't love it. Although it was nice to go to the high school and run on their track.
Yeah, I mean, all right. So now, which is crazy, then you almost have to put Sendera under that under 7 because Sendera, which is right here off of Mopac, you have Deer Haven, which is where I used to live, right there, boop, right there. But this is now getting hard to get under 600. So I guess that would be my next under 7 question mark. But I think if you can get Southwest under 7, like anywhere really south of 290, in over here under 700, I think you're in a good spot, especially Southwest.
My turn.
Go.
Am I screen sharing then? Is it easier for me to do that?
Yeah, got it.
Making sure I click the right tab here. Very cautious. Just kidding. You guys know I'm looking at Bible verses.
Yeah.
Riverside 78741 basically. Anything?
Wait, what price point?
Who's Stephanie on OnlyFans?
What?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Fansley.
Oh, Fansley. Sorry.
Jeez, get it straight. 78741. Most of this Parker Lane does have some stuff. This little section right here, all this right here in Riverside, this area, part of this area actually goes to Travis Heights schools here. So if you can get something in here, very small pocket. But then Montopolis is blowing up right now. So,
but you're talking condos or two twos.
No. Single families, detached homes. See, look at these. These are actually low price, but there are some in here that are in under 700 range at the moment. They're not great, not many opportunities, but I'm telling you, if you can get in this area for under 700, you're going to be ahead of the curve. Again, I'm huge on this. Like, look, let me just tell you why. Jeremy's right. This area here is the most popular zip code in all of Austin, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
this area
6 might be.
This area here, if you didn't know Austin very well, you'd ask the question, well, what's wrong with this area? It's like right here. It's it's on the river. It's downtown. There's a walking path here. Oracle is right here. Like, I believe it's one of these things where people just, they don't realize how cool it is until it starts to become cool. And then it's going to be, when it becomes cool, and it's going to become very cool.
Do we know where Oracle's moving their new headquarters?
It's all here.
They have one right now. They have a building. Are they adding to that? Or they built
that
elsewhere?
with capacity. When they first moved in, they only had they had the capacity for like a few thousand people, and they only had like a tenth of that or a quarter.
Oh, I see. Okay, so they're just relocating their entire force to that building.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Are they still managing TikTok? Do you know? They were supposed to be
know.
the ones in charge of doing TikTok here in the United States.
Don't know.
But that's me, 78741 Riverside area in Montopolis.
All right. Did I just? Oh, yeah, I kicked out Ian. Sorry, I kicked out the wrong one.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I live in Crossing Onion Creek neighborhood. Plan to sell within the next year or two. Now torn. I don't know, man. I think you're going to make, depending on when you bought, I mean, you're probably going to make a ton of money. I literally had a client who was an investor. We sold 8 properties, all in the span price range between like 275 to about 330. And that was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I bet they're kicking themselves now, knowing that prices are closer to 500. They would have made a ton more money. All right. So Ian, under 700 existing, what do you got?
Okay. So I remember a couple podcasts back, I started whining about Round Rock. You remember that?
So you don't like Round Rock anymore?
Well, hold on. Okay. So Forest Ridge, Forest Creek, and Sonoma. Let me explain. I'm going to go back to price point, the amenities, the things that are around it. That's really important. And then the size of the land, the size of the homes, and the tax rate. So if you consider
on the market right now,
there is a lot on the market. Wow. The price points in that area are anywhere from $600 to $850 on average in the Forest Creek area. Any of those little smaller pockets around there. But again, you're looking at a super low tax rate, a super low HOA, schools that are some of the highest rated in the area, according to Great Schools and Niche.com. And then you're really close to Old Settlers or 79, where they have the Del Diamond, the Kalahari. Someone had mentioned the thing they were adding in Hutto, the baseball headquarters over there. The park is huge, Old Settlers Park. They've got a lake over there. There's a lot to do in that area. And
you got Sienna over there too.
Sienna. Sienna is the tax rate. You lose it. You lose it. And so why not says Forest Creek is dated, HVAC, kitchens, roofs, driveways. Yes, we're talking about good values. Some of these other houses that we were pulling up were in the 70s and in the 80s. So Forest Creek, you're looking at mid 90s, but value, if you're going in and you want to get something, put a little bit of love into it and turn it over, that's a value.
Dated to me means opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. It's all perspective.
Equity add, you know?
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see a house that's outdated and it's been on the market a couple weeks, I'm like, ooh, all I see is dollar signs. I'm just like, ugh. I just don't know if I have the energy to flip a property right now, but I would definitely.
Come on, let's do it. Oh, by the way, I decided it's not going to be a REIT that I'm creating. I'm going to be creating a private equity fund. So
nice.
all paid for by Ethereum. You have to buy in Ethereum.
Yes.
It's going to be a private equity fund investing in real estate, because REITs do not offer real estate. They offer shares, and you don't want shares. I want you guys to own properties. So.
Oh, sorry, Joel. Joel says his house is now 130 grand more in LA. Oh, sorry. He said 230. Charles, what's up, man? Good to have you back. Buying in Bar W. Welcome back. That's not a bad spot either.
No, District in Round Rock. Yes, that's true.
Somebody was asking earlier about Leander. Where to buy in Leander? Where to go? Missing in the chat. Yeah, Leander under 600.
Well, so I had mentioned Bryson earlier. Here's the thing. A lot of these places in Leander have, if you're looking for new, such a long wait list.
Yeah.
Such a long wait list. So Bryson, you're not going to get your Chesmar or some of the other homes over there for that price point, but you could get a Lennar home over there for that price point.
Interesting. Yeah, I just sold one. It's crazy that there's this much on the market up there. I'm surprised.
Yeah, but those are all going to be really, really quick, or the tax rate.
Yeah.
And it's just because there's so much commotion.
Yeah, 2.53 is not bad though. Savannah Ranch.
It's not.
Oh, but multiple offers.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. You have to be really, really quick.
Yeah.
Name of the game, brother.
Oh, so I lost that one.
Oh, you lost this one?
I did.
How much over were you?
That was the 40 offer one.
This had 40 offers on it?
40 offers.
325. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was definitely a.
Jerome, will you answer Travis Prim's question about Lennar? Because he keeps asking about Lennar. He's got a house under contract with them.
What's the concern about Lennar? Well, let me ask you this. Where are you building with Lennar? Because here's the problem with Lennar. Depending on the neighborhood that you're building in, you have to have a good construction manager. I feel like they're cutting a lot of corners. I had a client that we came down to closing, and it was just a crap show would be underselling it. It was a mess right before closing. And I've had a lot of people complain after close that they've had issues with Lennar not fixing stuff. I personally I own a Village Builder home, which is like, I guess they're a little higher price home, but it's still owned by Lennar. Lennar's doing everything off of, like, if you want to buy Lennar now, like, he's under contract, fine. But if you want to buy Lennar, they're all in multiple offers. They're trying to cut agents out of deals, which I think is abhorrent, because they're basically trying to say, hey, you know what? We're going to cut agents out. I mean, I don't know, just the way they're doing it. I don't think it's well done. And in a year, when this market changes, they're going to be crying for us back. They're going to go back to be like, oh, please bring us your buyers. So, but beyond that, I have seen them cut a lot of corners. I have clients who were not very happy right before closing with the amount of stuff that was not done correctly, and looked just bad craftsmanship. So have you run into that, Ian?
So I would say that I agree with the construction manager, but that's the case for not any builder, but a lot of builders. Just be careful with the construction manager you get. Fit and finish isn't. It's going to go back to the construction manager. I've been okay with fit and finish mostly, but really pay attention when you're doing those walks. any of those walks and follow your build closely. Village Builders. So someone just pulled that up, Vishnu. Village Builders recently
It's Lennar.
purchased.
No,
Or sorry, Lennar recently. Recently purchased Village Builders,
and they're going to
they
dissolve.
had a product, and they're going to get rid of it. So any new house from what used to be Cal Atlantic, what used to be Village Builders, and then there was one other Pacific something. It's all Lennar now. They're just putting it all into one Standard Pacific. Thank you. All into one umbrella. It's just Lennar, and then they'll have different floor plans based on how much you're willing to spend.
Yeah. And I mean, I've talked to a lot of the Lennar reps. They don't seem too happy either.
Why not? Says Giddens. I love Giddens. I think they do a really solid job.
Heard horror stories. Yeah, horror stories about Taylor Morrison. Yeah, probably heard him from this channel. All right. So where are we at? Are we still on this list? Sevens? Did we give everybody their existings for sevens?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go $1 million, under $1 million. What do you got?
Under $1 million or over $1 million?
Around $1 million.
Around
$1 million. Yeah. Who's gonna go first? Braun. I've worked with Braun before. I've had good experience. I've heard some people not have good experience. Yeah.
So there's a neighborhood called Trails End in Leander. Look that up for me.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. So I'll talk about it. The HOA is $150 a year. And then it seems like that section is actually a couple. So there's Trails End Estates and then Lakewood Country Estates, and they're all in that tiny little section. Lakewood Country Estates has no HOA or volunteer HOA. Tax rate for both of those are 2.1, and you're getting acreage. You're getting 2 to 5 acres for a lot of these. Leander ISD as well, which is really solid.
I don't even find that neighborhood.
Right. It's tiny, tiny.
Okay. Well, then don't tell me to look it up if you can't. If I'm not going to find it.
Oh, you can find it. You can find it I'll pull it up. Hold on. I'll find a way to pull it up in a sec.
All right. Go ahead. So Trails End. Keep going. Under
it's just, so you're looking at it's just above $1 million for a lot of the houses over there. But like I said, for acres, so you can get 1.8 acres, 5 acres for $1 million, $1.2 million.
Okay. New build.
No. Those are resales.
Oh, okay. What about new build? Any thoughts before you go? Any thoughts on Orchard Ridge in Liberty Hill and Dreamfinder Homes? I had a terrible experience with Dreamfinder Homes. In fact, I called Kevin and told Kevin about it today, didn't I, Kevin?
Yes, you did. Keep that on the DL, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Orchard Ridge is, we had just talked about it. The tax rate's a little higher, but the amenities are top notch there. And then the location is prime real estate right now with the way everything's kind of growing in that direction. So it's your next Rancho Siena and Santa Rita Ranch. Your next one over is Orchard Ridge. So that's
What about Guillen? So I've had mixed. I'm building a Guillen home right now in New Braunfields.
New Brownsville.
New Braunfields.
New Braunfields.
Yeah.
And Gone Fishing's gonna be so mad.
Old Blacksville.
And
Green Meadows.
And I'm so far I'm having a decent experience personally. I've had clients. I mean, like every builder, you're gonna have pros and cons. Ian does not like Guillen. He likes GFO homes. He's made that.
I like GFO homes. Yeah. I think they're solid. I don't dislike Guillen. Here's what I do. They have some uniqueness to their floor plans. I like that. I like some of the features they put in there, but I feel like they really love that upgrade game.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So they're the one. They're just like they're right back to you're going to get carpet in the living room if you don't open your mouth.
I see this comment by Charles. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. He found it. I actually found Elon's house today for a client that wanted to drive by it. Sorry, Elon. I pulled it up. Don't DM me. I'm not going to give it to you. But hey, let's go drive by Elon's house. We'll take our Teslas and we'll pull up and we'll just stay at the gates and wait. And hopefully we don't get shot.
Bro, I pulled up to the Tesla factory one day.
Yeah.
That guy drove straight to the front of my truck. He got out of his truck. He gets on his radio, and I bet you $100 million he was running my plates.
Dude, I got kicked out right when they started building it. Same thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, but you were trying to fly a drone over there.
No. I didn't even have the drone out yet. So then all I did was drive about a mile away, and then I pulled the drone out.
Gotcha.
Said, fine, got you.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? They probably got a sniper now for those drones that come over there.
Wouldn't surprise me. I've got an FPV drone. They got to catch me first. They can't snipe that.
Yeah. Travis is getting Valentina's for breakfast tomorrow. Remember that time we went to Valentina's for breakfast?
I remember. It was great.
I gotta drive to George Vegas tomorrow morning. So
yeah, I've got a buyer walk at 8 a.m.
Well, it depends on what time you're going, Travis.
Yeah, Travis. And make sure you stop in New Brunsville. Trying to attack from the Falcon. It's funny. All right. So, where are we? We're at $1 million. New construction.
Mine's the same for both.
Go.
Same for both?
I'm going to call it the wrong name because I refuse to call it by its real name. Mueller.
Oh, okay.
Mueller.
I'm not going to call it Miller. I'm sorry. I'll die before I'll call it Miller. It's not Miller. It's Mueller. So
yeah.
Who calls it Miller?
Spelled with an I.
Who calls it that?
It's a coupon, not a coupon. Hey, listen. If you want to know, that's the official pronunciation. It's Miller.
You stop.
I'm not messing with you. It's Miller.
Miller Airfield.
It's Miller. It's not Mueller. But I will never, in straight face, call it Mueller. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. But for me, new construction and resale, it's going to be Mueller.
You're not going to call it Miller or not call it Mueller?
I'm calling it Mueller because that's Mueller. What it is.
Yeah, okay. And just a quick shout out, In-N-Out Burgers right here.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And then what was that place we went to? Was it Jew-Boy Burgers? It was like right over here.
Yeah, Jew-Boy Burger. Yep.
That place was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
So
Mueller, Cherrywood right next to it's not too bad either. But anyway, go ahead, Mueller. What else? What are the other reasons why you think Mueller is still the bomb.com?
I mean, it's $400 a square foot. So like that's one of the few areas that's consistently at $400 a square foot and has been for a while. And that's a low end price.
Yeah.
But I like the area. I think it's good for, couples that have kids and couples that have dogs and singles and whatever. They really offer something for everyone. And I personally am a big fan of the low maintenance lifestyle properties because, I think the more simplified you get in that over time, I don't know. I just feel like maybe that's the partial shift that's happening in home ownership is that people want to spend maybe a little less time doing yard work and a little more time hanging out with their friends and going to social spots. So I like live, work, play communities, and that's a good one. But you can actually buy something right now.
I was riding bikes last weekend through Mueller, and there were hundreds of people out and fishing on the lake, and then at the taco trucks or the food trucks, and running and walking the bike path. Every other person had puppies, and like it was very, very vibrant, very much alive. It felt great.
Cool.
I mean, like Kevin said, it's all about. So these city center type places are being built all over, all in the suburbs, and they've got multiples in Austin. They've got one in Onion Creek. They've got Mueller District. They've got Domain. That's why those are so popular. And now they're building the District in Round Rock and all these other places.
That's that new. And
the new.
I think if you look at the way it's unreasonable for us to think that housing habits won't change. I kind of feel like the suburb, the sprawl of the suburb, I think is more of like what would you call that? 20th century kind of deal, like late 20th century kind of deal. I feel like the new popular places are going to be in the city, less maintenance, having fun and then traveling outside of the city to do outdoor type stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but come back to this stream in 20 years and see if I'm right.
You'll be right. You'll be right.
A-
Great
a
Point
lot-
Homes.
A lot of people have now keep bringing up this. We talked about this earlier, life at DT or with DT. We talked about it. They don't have pricing out yet. So that was our only thing there. All right. So under $1 million, around $1 million. I'm going to go with this one. This is what I'm going with. All right.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to take it, but yeah.
High Point. I honestly cannot get enough of this neighborhood. I'm a little upset because when the old pandemic hit, my wife and I went out there and we're like, all right, let's get out of Austin because they were shut down all of our pools in Circle C. So we were going to go out there. We found a property and then we loved it. We're about to put it under contract. And then a client came in town. We're like, hey, there's a great property. We know you can get this price for it. And our client bought it. And then we had like literally 6 more clients buy in High Point. Every time we fell in love with a lot, we're like, okay, let's write a contract on this lot. A client would come in town, be like, oh, we want this. I'm like, well, there's this lot. And so we literally like sold like literally Rocky Spot Road. I'm going to have like 7 clients on that road, like legitimately 7 clients on Rocky Spot. Like they should name that street Night Road now. But yeah, I love that neighborhood. I mean, the location's great. 290 obviously sucks a little bit because, you're going to have lights. So it's still a 35-minute drive to downtown. But you have the Belterra Village right around the corner. Dripping Springs downtown is not very far from there. So I don't know. That's my spot. That's what I'm going with.
My first house is in High Point. You know how sick I am that I don't still own that property.
You said that. I remember that.
5,000 square feet on a half an acre and paid $550. I'm not really that upset. I'm not really that upset. But.
Sorry, I didn't mean to salt the wound. So
no, that's fine. I'm okay.
There's so many other places that are under or around that area. Another good one would be Joel's Neighborhood Province. I think that's another really good one. They have like wine, like vineyard orchards back there. That place is pretty dope. That's another good one. That's and if you can afford, if you're up to $1 million and you can afford it, Rough Hollow. I think Rough Hollow is great if you're not worried about the property taxes.
I got a listing coming up in Rough Hollow at the end of the month.
Holla.
Nice. Under 6.
Nice.
Under 6 in Rough Hollow?
Yeah.
Or is it like 800 square feet?
2,500.
Oh shoot! Get at me. I might have a client for that. Actually,
it's
seriously,
it's one of the townhomes. It's not one of the detached.
That's fine. Email Kevin. Sorry, writing notes. All right. So under $1 million, around $1 million. What do you got, Ian?
I think they're still building in Crystal Falls, in Cedar Park, Leander area.
Ooh, oh, that's a good one.
It's really beautiful area. And that's starting to hit. That's like Treviso, not Treviso. Right? Because it's better tax rate.
Hold on.
Let me stop.
YouTube is censoring us because you said Treviso. We're not allowed to say that word.
There we go.
Sorry.
Demonetized.
Yeah, we're been demonetized now. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So tax rate is your 2.5. Your price point's 1.4, 1.5 million, and you have some just gorgeous views. You're back to your gorgeous sweeping views as you're driving through the different neighborhoods. So I think it's really solid.
Yeah, good shopping around there too.
HOA is a little relative, always relative, right? When you're spending $1.5 million on a home, $77 a month isn't a whole lot, but you're paying it, right?
Mm-hmm. Depends on what it includes.
Here's a good one. It's right off of Crystal Falls, 1.1 back on market. I wonder what happened. It wasn't this one I'm pretty sure this was, maybe it could be wrong, one of the model homes for one of the builders. Pretty sure this house was. It
looks like it.
I love like horseshoe driveways like that.
Those are really classy looking.
Yeah.
All right. Just when you see like a Toyota Camry with 3 hubcaps off of it parked in front of that, it's just so nice.
That's the boyfriend of the daughter.
I guess that's the opposite of seeing a mobile home with a car and 24s out front, right? So it depends on where you spend your money.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Taylor Morrison model home.
It looked like a Taylor.
Damn, Roland, you own it.
Yeah, and it's like,
How do
hey,
you
buy
know?
my house,
Jeez.
1.1. Perry Homes is turning all letters of intent into inventory and telling those who are waiting to have first stab at it. Yeah.
Wow.
That sucks.
Yeah. Can you explain, or does anybody want to explain letters of intent? So what they're shifting to? You want me to do it?
I'll let you go.
So I've put in multiple letters of intent, and it's basically us coming in, going to Perry and saying, hey, we want to buy this home, but they're not dealing with paper. They're not dealing with contracts or anything. They're just letting us write it down, giving them a deposit for the home. And then when they feel like writing a contract or when they are allowed to release them, then they'll let us know.
But then you don't get to pick out. They're just specking stuff out too, right?
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, exactly.
That's so disheartening for me. Like I get that it's a business. These builders have a business to run. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I know people are like, oh, you don't get it to business. I get it. But as a consumer, it sucks. I want to be able to pick everything out in my house when I'm doing a new build. I want to be able to pick out the lot. Yeah. I want to do all that. And my clients do too. It's so much fun. Like literally when you get to go to the design center with a client and they're like picking out stuff, they're like, what about this? Do you like this flooring? Do you like that flooring? Should we do this? Oh, now it's too much. Should we take this off? That makes the whole thing worth it. And when you take all that out and then you're like, all right, I'm really excited for white cabinets. And then, oh, you got brown cabinets. Right. Like that's a bummer to me. In fact, that was my most disappointing neighborhood we talked about, or I did that video on Sky Ridge with Milestone. In fact, I'm surprised they didn't reach out to me because they watch my videos. They actually told me they do. So
why not ask if letter of intent is not a binding contract? It's not that.
No.
That's not the question. The question is, you don't get to pick any. You don't get to choose any of the details. Right. You're getting a high level. This is what you're saying that you want to get.
Yeah.
Yes,
and Joel got to pick out everything in his house. So he loved it. Yeah, dude, seriously, Dripping Springs under 500K. If you know what it is, get at your boy. I want it. I don't care what it looks like.
Because I got to take somebody over there tomorrow. Don't talk about Dripping Springs until next week.
Until next week. Dang, Kevin, just looked you up.
Yes, I have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering from UIUC, or not UIUC. Yeah, University of Illinois at Champaign.
Urbana.
Is that a fake? Is that a fake one or is it real? You can't even remember the school you went to.
No, I don't remember what they called it. I mean, so I don't study engineering anymore, but it's University of Illinois at Champaign Urbana.
Nice.
My master's from Auburn University in business.
Very nice. All right. Where are we at? $1 million. Ian, what did you say?
Grand Mesa, Crystal Falls.
That's what you did. All right. Kevin, what's up?
What? My existing was New York.
Oh, you did? You said that. Oh.
Yeah, my new and existing was
new.
both in New York.
Oh, yeah. I guess it does have both.
Because they have both right now. Actually, they have less new at the moment, but I think it's good if you can get anything over there for that price point. And honestly, truthfully speaking, anything infill for that price point, I think is a good investment. Anything anywhere 702, 58, 57, 04, 03. If you could even remotely get something in 78, 703 for that price point, new or used, it's going to be very nice investment. I love it when he wears green shirts. He's just a floating head.
Yeah. So Darwin mentioned the design studio after the pandemic. Can't say that other word. And he's right. I haven't been to a real design studio since March of 2019. I haven't been invited. And I used to love that. Yeah. I used to love going with clients and we'll sit and we'll talk through some of that stuff. And it was fun.
Why do you need a master's in bullshit artistry when you have a mullet?
Hey, because that Trans Am won't drive itself.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's go for fun. Where would you take somebody if they wanted to spend, I don't know, $4 to $5 million? Can you even hear me? What's up? Holla if you hear me.
No, I hear you. I'm trying to think between one thing or another.
If I was going to spend $4 or $5 million, I would live right around here. But
Is that along the lake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't even get $4 or $5 million in
Not
here anymore.
lakefront.
Look at this. I mean, $6 million here. Sure, that's my client. That's not bad.
Everybody's saying California.
Yeah,
truthfully, if I had that budget, I would buy just right outside of Circle C in Southwest Austin, and I would build a pretty modern house there on a larger lot.
I might have to show this.
If you could get a larger lot, that would be nice.
You can down there for that price. Not in a subdivision.
What size?
I wouldn't in a subdivision.
That's the question. What size lot?
It wouldn't matter to me, as long as it's not in a subdivision. That's what I would do. I'd build the ballingest modern house ever, I think. Or I'd buy downtown if it was just buying resale. I'd probably buy in downtown in like a penthouse.
Talk about buying in the $2 million range. Wait, hold on, let me check. Here we go. Adrian asked about Driftwood earlier. Man, I love Driftwood. Parton Ranch is out there. You got a lot of good stuff out there, but check this out. So going out to Driftwood, there's a lot of stuff out there in the 1.45 million with acreage.
Those have topo too, right?
This is Reunion Ranch.
Yeah, there's a lot of good.
That area of Reunion Ranch is not. That's actually in the bottoms. Those are.
Well, it says Reunion Ranch. That's in Legal's Reunion Ranch.
Yeah, it's in the middle of. It's sliced out of the middle of Reunion Ranch, but it's in the lower section of Reunion Ranch. So there's no topo out there.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
But man, there's some good stuff out here. I would definitely live out here on some acreage. 2.5 million. I saw that one. That was a cool one.
You know what?
Did we say Treviso? Did we say that?
I don't know where that is.
Treviso.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember.
Treviso.
This is crazy.
Where would you buy, Jeremy? 5 million?
5 million? 5 million? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna buy a really cool place on the beach in South Padre. I love South Padre.
Of all the beaches in this country, and you choose South Padre.
I know.
I would.
Golly.
He's just hoping for Starbase.
It's because it's still Tejas, man. I love Texas.
I know. I love Texas too. It's definitely the third coast. But man, can you imagine if Texas coasts were like the equivalent of Cancun's beaches? Do you realize how popular this place would be?
Yeah, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be real amigos.
Can we ask Elon to work on that project next? Is just making that part of the Texas coast, like making it blue water with white sand. Is that possible? Is that too much to ask for?
I'll email his lawyer.
Engineered beaches. They're doing one in Leander. It's just not very big.
I mean, they're doing it in Dubai.
And yeah, they've done it in Dubai. Yeah.
Escala. I agree with Escala. That's a good one. Dubai. Yeah. I
wasn't at the beach in Dubai. I was just in the city.
Jeremy, can we do something fun tonight when we get ready to cap off the stream?
Yeah. What do you want?
I want to play Scribblio with you guys.
The hell
What is that?
It's online Pictionary.
Go for it. You got to take your porn off and add it on.
I did already. I deleted all the links.
That's funny.
My lights keep changing. You guys ever heard of surround lighting?
But we can't see you no matter what you're talking about.
I know. I'm trying to get close.
Hills.
Got to get close.
Cedaro Hills is not bad. Sound streaming. All right. I'm already ready to go. I'm not going to lie. I've had a busy week. So
fine. You can jump off the stream. We don't have to play.
All right.
So what's this game? Explain it.
Explain this game.
Scribblio is a online. It's scribble.io is what it's called. And so we create a lobby. We can do just a couple of rounds. You have a certain time to pick a word and draw, and we have to guess what you're trying to draw. So you type it out. It has to be spelled correctly too. So it's basically Pictionary. So I'm going to grab the link.
Does anybody know where you go? Where would you buy if you were a bachelor not looking to get fleeced by gold diggers?
Not
787
South
4.
Austin. No.
Yeah. South Austin
Nowhere-
for sure.
Nowhere south. No, get out of here.
I dropped the link in our private chat.
I like it.
Cool. All right. Well, that's all I got tonight, folks. Short, sweet, not 2 hours. We didn't bring a guest on, so we didn't go crazy, but thank you. Make sure you drop and get some merch. You know, that's the one thing I didn't show is the merch store. Shoot, my bad.
Shame. Missed an opportunity.
Yeah, the merch store will be in the link on the replay. So have a great night. Peace out.
Have a good